Hola, gente linda. Hello, beautiful people. Hola is hello in Spanish, and gente linda means beautiful people in Spanish. I am Nelly Z. My goal for my YouTube channel is to study the topics for the licensed clinical social worker exam together and share this material with someone who may need it. My email address is learningtogethertobecomealcsw@gmail.com. Just in case that you would like to contact me, and here is also my Facebook page, facebook.com Learning Together for LCSW. First, I want to share a quote to continue to be inspired and motivated to carry on with this journey. And here is a quote that I have for you. Let's see. Almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you. Okay, so again, almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you. So, if you notice, I unplug myself a little bit, maybe for a month for the YouTube channel, just to recover and get some energy. And I told you that I was gonna share with you where we are in the topics of the ASW exam. So remember that this is the content of the outline, and I took it this one for from the version of January 2024. And we are here. We finished the indicator of normal and normal physical, cognitive, emotional, sexual development through the lifespan. So I copy all the topics that we are supposed to study, and I put it here. So we are in number 2 topic. And I also want to share with you the book of Dr. Dan Akbar, and you can see that she also gives a good summary of the indicator of normal and normal physical, cognitive, emotional, and sexual development through the lifespan. So she actually put also here sexual development through the lifespan. The same thing. I wanted you to see something in the outline. We're gonna see the next outline, the theory of sexual development through the lifespan. And here also this is sexual development through the lifespan. So, but the guidebook put a theory of sexual development through the lifespan. So I just wanted you to see. So theory of sexual development through the lifespan, and then we see the indicators of normal, physical, cognitive, emotional, sexual development through the lifespan. And let's go again to the book of Dr. Dan Akbar. And we can see here, we can even read if you want to, Yvonne Herd. Let's see. The indicator of normal and normal physical, cognitive, emotional, sexual development through the lifespan. Human growth, development, learning become progressively complex over time and are influenced through a variety of experience and interaction. Growth, development, and learning proceed in unpredictable pattern, reflecting increasingly complex level of organization across the life course. Each developmental stage has distinctive characteristics. However, each builds from the experience of early stages. The domain of development are integrated with the child. So when one area is affected, other areas are also affected. Development proceeds at a varying rate from child to child, as well as across development domain for individuals. Children reflecting the unique nature of each. Because growth and development are generally predictable, social workers should know the milestone of healthy development and the sign of potential delay of disability. That's basically why we should know. I like that goal that Dr. Jan Agapar writes in her book. And then she starts again the child development, which already I mentioned in the other video, and the infant toddlers, and I mentioned the young children, adults, middle-aged adults, elderly. Let's read the adults. Age 80 and older. Healthy growth and development. Physical continues to decline in physical ability at increasing risk for chronic illness, major problems. Mental continues to learn memory skills or speed of learning, may decline, confusion of signal illness or medication problem. Social emotional accepts end of life, personal loses lives and independently as possible. Kid healthcare issue. Communication, encourage the person to express feelings, so avoid despair, use humor, stay positive. Health. Monitor health closely, promote self-care, ensure proper nutrition, active level, rest, reduce stress, update immunization. Safety, prevent injury, ensure safety living environment. Examples of age-specific care for adult age 80 or older. Encourage independence, provide physical, mental, and social activities. Support end of life decision, provide information, resources, and so on. Assist the person self-care, promote medication safety, and provide safety grip, ramps, and so on. And then it comes the theory of sexual development through the lifespan. So here it is again, sexual theory of sexual development through lifespan, which is a third topic of the human development that we're going to study. So what does Dr. Dan say? Many people cannot imagine that everyone, babies, children, teen adults, and older adults are sexually being. Some inappropriately believe that sexual activities are set for early and middle adulthood. Teens often feel that adults are too old for sexual intercourse. Sexuality, so, is much more than sexual intercourse. Humans are sexual beings through life. Sexuality in infants and toddlers. Children are sexual even before birth. Males can have erection while still in the uterus. Some boys are born with an erection. Infants touch and rub their genitals because it provides pleasure. Little boys and girls can experience organs from masturbation. Also, boys will not ejaculate until puberty by about age 2. Children know their own gender. They are aware of difference in genital male and female and in how males and females urinate. Sexuality in children age 3 to 7. preschool children are interested in everything about their world, including sexuality. They may practice urinating in different positions. They are highly affectionate and enjoy hugging other children and adults. They begin to be more social and may intimidate adult social and sexual behaviors such as holding hands, kissing. Many young children play doctors during this stage, looking other children's genitals and showing their. This is normal curiosity by age 5 or 6. Most children become more modest and private about dressing and body. Children of this age are aware of marriage and understand living together based on their family experience. They may role play about being married or having partner while they play house. Most young children talk about marrying or living with a person they love when they get older. Most sex play at this age happen because of curiosity. Sexuality in pre-adolescence, which is age to 12. Puberty, the time when the boy body matures, begin between the age of 9 and 12 for most children. Girls begin to grow breast buds, pubic hair, and early as 9 to 10. Boys' development of the penis and testicles usually begins between 10 to 11. Children become more self-conscious about their body at this age and often feel uncomfortable and dressing in front of others, even as a same-sex parent. Okay, so let's see. I think. Okay. Masturbation increased during these years. Pre-adolescent boys and girls do not usually have much sexual experience, but they often have many questions. They usually have heard about sexual intercourse, homosexuality, rape, and incest, and they want to know more about all these things. The idea of actually having sexual intercourse, however, is unpleasant for most pre-adolescents, boy and girl. Same-gender sexual behavior can occur at this age. Boys and girls tend to play with friends the same gender are likely to explore sexuality with them. Same-gender sexual behavior is unrelated of child sexual orientation. Some group dating occurs at this age. Pre-adolescents may attend parties that have guests of both genders, and they may dance, play kissing game by age 12 or 13. Some young adolescents may pair off and begin dating or making out. Young women are usually older when they begin voluntary sexual intercourse. However, many very young teens to practice sexual behavior other than vaginal intercourse, such as petting to organs, or oral sex. Sexuality in adolescent youth at age 13 and 19, once youth has reached puberty, beyond experiencing increasing interest in romantic sexual relationship and genital sex behavior. As youth mature, they experience a strong emotional attachment, romantic partner, and find it natural to express their feelings with sexual relationship. There is no way to predict how particular teenagers will act sexually. Overall, most adolescents explore relationships with one another, fall in and out of love, and participate in sexual intercourse before the age of 20. Adult sexuality. Adult sexual behavior are extremely varied and in most cases remain part of adult life until death. Around age 50, women experience menopause, which affects their sexuality, and their ovaries no longer release eggs and their bodies no longer produce estrogen. They may experience several physical changes. Vaginal walls become thinner, and vaginal intercourse may be painful because there is less vaginal lubrication, and the entrance to the vagina becomes smaller. Many women use estrogen replacement therapy to relieve physical and emotional side effects of menopause. Use of vaginal lubricant can also make vaginal intercourse easier, Most women are able to have pleasure, sexual intercourse, and to experience orgasm for the entire life. Adult men also experience some changes in their sexuality, but not such as predictable time with menopause in women. Men testicles slows testosterone produced after age 25 or so. Erections may occur more slowly once testosterone production slows. Men also become less able to have another erection after an orgasm and may take up to 24 hours to achieve and sustain another erection. The amount of semen released during ejaculation also decreases, but men are capable of fathering a baby even when they are in their 80s and 90s. Some older men develop an enlarged uncancerous prostate gland. If doctors deem it necessary to remove the prostate gland, a man's ability to have an erection orgasm is normally unaffected. Although adult men and women go through some sexual changes as they age, they do not lose their desire or the ability for sexual expression. Even a man of their very old and they need for touch intimacy and remain so the desirability to have sexual intercourse may less. And then, so Dr. Dan takes to the other theory, which is theory of spiritual development through the lifespan. You can see with this one, which is number 4. But I wanted to review, I know you may not want that, but I want to review another material because I already read that in the previous material, so I wanted to nail it down. So that's why I have in my other PowerPoint 2 links. So you can see one is the social work test prep. Let's see. And so block theory sexual development through lifespan. From the Human Growth and Development Action, the ASWB exam outline here is good to be familiar with item theory of sexuality through the lifespan. For the content area like this, you don't need to keep knowledge to pass the exam, but it's a good idea to know your way around the basics. Will help. The theories. Various theories tend to explain the psychological, social, and biological factors influencing sexual development from infant through old. Here are some key approaches. Okay, so I'm going to write down my in a flashcard because, so these are the theories for sexual development through the lifespan. Theory of sexual development throughout the lifespan. So various theories tend to explain the psychosocial and biological factors that influence sexual development from infant to old age. Here are some key approaches. Psychosexual theory, Sigmund Freud. Freud theories posit that sexual development occurs in a serious stage, each characterized by a focused different erogenous zone, oral, anal, phallic, latency, and genital stage. According to Freud, conflict and fixation at each stage can influence adult personality and behavior. For example, unresolved conflict during the phallic stage, such as castration, exciting of penis envy can lead to psychological issues in later life. That's the psychosexual theory. And then it has another one, the psychosocial theory, which is the Erikson. Erikson theory of psychosocial development outline 8 stages of development. It's associated with a particular psychosocial crisis or conflict while not solely focused on sexuality. Erickson suggested that successful resolution in identity versus role confusion stage during adolescence contribute to healthy sexual identity formation. Individuals who navigate this stage successfully are more likely to develop a strong sense of self and establish fulfilling intimacy and relationships. And then comes the social learning theory, which is Albert Bandura. Social learning theory emphasizes the role of observation, imitation, and reinforcement in the acquisition of behavior, including sexual behavior. Individual learns about sexuality through observing others, parents, peer, media, through direct experience. Bandura highlighted the importance of connective factors such as expectation, beliefs, shaping behavior. For example, children may learn about gender role and sexual norms by observing how adults interact, behave. And then comes connected development theory with Jean Piaget. Piaget's theory of connected development focuses on how children construct understanding and knowledge about the world around them. While not expressing the theory of sexual development, cognitive development influences how children perceive and understand sexuality as they grow older. Piaget suggests that children progress through stages of cognitive development, such as sensory, motor, pre-operational, concrete operation, and formal operational stages, which influence their ability to understand complex concepts like sexuality. And then comes attachment theory, which is John Bowlby. Attachment theory emphasizes the importance of early caregiver-child relationship and shape related social and emotional development, including sexuality. Bowlby proposed that infants develop internal working model of relationship based on their interaction with caregiver. Secure attachment and is associated with healthier sexual development, as individuals with secure attachment are more likely to develop trust, intimacy, and autonomy in their adult relationship. Biosocial model. The biosocial model considers biological, psychosocial, and social factor understanding. Sexual development acknowledges the interplay between biological predisposition, psychological experience, and social influence and shaping sexual attitude, behaviors, identity across the lifespan. This holistic approach recognizes that sexual development is influenced by complex interplay of factors, including genetic, hormones, cognitive processes, interpersonal relationships, cultural norm, and society expectation. This is the biosocial model. Life course theory. Life course theory considers how individual development is shaped by historical, social, and cultural context across the lifespan. It examines how transition trajectories and turning points influence sexual development and behavior over time. Life course theory emphasizes the importance of considering individual experience with broader social structure, historical contexts, such as changes in family dynamics, education, employment, and healthcare systems, and understanding sexual development. Sexual script theory, John Gagnon and William Simon. Sexual script theory introduced in 1973 proposed that individuals learn culturally and socially specific script or guidelines for sexual behavior through socialization process. This script influences sexual attitude, desire, behavior through the lifespan. Sexual script may include norms regarding initiation, consent, gender roles, sexual practice, and relationship dynamic. They shape individual expectation and interpretation of sexual encounter, influence their decision on behavior intimacy. On the exam, this theory highlights the interplay between biological, psychological, and social factors across the lifespan. How may this material look in the social work licensing exam? Picture according to Simon psychosexual theory, what is the focus of phallic state development? Which theory of human development emphasizes the interplay between biological predisposition, psychological experience, social influence, and shaping sexual attitude, behavior, identity across the lifespan? A social worker has 17 years old client who express feeling of uncertainty about their future, particularly regarding career choice and personal identity. Which state Erico's psychosocial theory is the client-like experience? Get question and answer rational and suggest styling when you sign up for. Okay, so that's basically to sign up. The answer here is sexual identity, the bisexual model identity versus role concept. So the first one is sexual identity. According to Simon Freud's sexual theory, what is the focus of early stage in development? Okay, sexual identity. Which theory of human development emphasizes the interplay between this is the bisexual model, and this one is the identities versus role. A social worker has 17 years old client who express feeling of confusion and uncertain about their future, particularly regarding career choices and personal identity, which Stego Erickson psychological theory is the client-like experiences. So here is the identity versus role confusion. Okay, let's go to my PowerPoint. I do have other link. I'm gonna post this other link in the video, and we're gonna read in the next video. I do think that it's important to read several material about sexual development because, as you can see, Dr. Dan described what happened in the development, and the other material can link the theories. So that's why I think it's important for us to see and read other material, at least for me. Okay, amigos, I'm going to finish this video. And I hope that this one was useful. And don't forget to like and subscribe my channel if you would like to get more updates and topics related to LCSW exam. Let's not give up. We can do it slowly but surely. Adios, mi gente linda. Bye-bye.